All right, y'all. Obviously, this news has sent the internet into a frenzy. So Jay Z and Diddy have been named in a lawsuit. Jay Z responded very quickly with a statement that kind of had me side-eyeing. It just felt so bizarre. So I just want to get into it. All right, so CBS says this: rappers Jay Z and Diddy have been accused in a civil lawsuit of R-wording a 13-year-old girl back in 2000. The lawsuit, which was originally filed in October and then refiled Sunday in New York to add Jay Z to the list of defendants, alleges that the victim, identified only as a woman now living in Alabama, was R-worded by both men at a VMAs after party. Of course, Jay Z referred to the allegations in a statement as a blackmail attempt. And Combs' attorney denied the allegation. I'm going to get into Jay Z's response like in the middle of this video, so just stay tuned. The lawsuit alleges the girl went to the VMAs in NYC without a ticket, hoping to get inside somehow, but was instead invited to an after party by a limo driver who claimed to work for Sean Combs. The limo driver allegedly drove her to the party where she was told to sign something that she believes was an NDA, the lawsuit claims. While inside, the lawsuit alleges after attempting to talk to numerous celebrities, plaintiff accepted a drink from one of the waitresses circulating the crowd. The lawsuit claims that she began to feel woozy and lightheaded after drinking a portion of the drink and went to find a place to lie down. She went into a room that had a bed in it, and shortly after lying down, apparently, according to the lawsuit, Diddy and Jay Z and an unnamed woman celebrity whom the alleged victim recognized entered the room. She alleges that Jay Z R-worded her, and then afterwards, Diddy tried to do some more stuff, but the girl ended up like punching him, grabbing her clothes, and running away. She said that no other guests at the party wanted to help her. Apparently, they didn't even take notice. She said she had to go to a gas station. A clerk noticed her distress and allowed her to use the phone. And then she was picked up. The woman is seeking unspecified damages. Now, the lawyer who brought this, Buzbee, was sued last month by an anonymous male celebrity who alleges the lawyer tried to extort payments by threatening to file allegations of sexual assault, which the celebrity denies. Buzbee, in return, denies the extortion allegations. So that's kind of the vein that, or the angle that Jay Z's lawyers is trying to play, where it's like, well, this guy Buzbee, he's sued. He likes to threaten to file allegations of sexual assault, and you know, this is extortion, and so that's kind of the angle that Jay Z's lawyers is trying to play it. Now, I'm gonna put my personal thing here real quick. I think that there would not be this much mayhem online. There would not be people asking, well, did he do it or did he not? I think that there would not be this much doubt had Jay Z not already had rumors circulating around for the longest time. Like, if there wasn't already whispers about like, okay, like what's the actual tea going on with Jay Z, like, and if there weren't things that people could point to, rumors, like I say, just hearsay, I would say that it would not be even remotely credible. People trying to discredit the lawyer, whatever, like it would not be remotely credible if there weren't other things that make us raise our eyebrows when it comes to Jay Z. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Now, the whole reason I even first found out about this was because I was scrolling on my social media, and I saw that Rock Nation had posted something. And I was like, okay, this is a long statement, right? But then the statement started with my lawyer. So I was like, wait. Is Jay Z sending a statement through Rock Nation? Okay. Sorry, but that to me felt like they could do whatever they want. Jay Z a billionaire, whatever, he could do whatever he want, clearly. I mean, even to his own detriment, if that's the case. But so like they could post whatever statement on whatever platform they want. But I just felt like it was very weird to see it come from Rock Nation. I was like, what is going on? I was so confused for a second until I, kept reading. Child, whatever y'all think about Jay Z, whether he did it or not, whatever, I think this statement was very, very bizarre. Like, I don't care what y'all talking about. Like, just objectively speaking, it seemed like no publicist or anything was involved in this statement. It seemed like he typed it up in a rage on his laptop and pressed send for real. Like, I don't care what y'all saying. He spent the whole time addressing the lawyer personally and not the alleged victim, who is the one instructing the lawyer. The lawyer is only writing letters and taking action on behalf of their client. So to see Jay Z like really drag this lawyer like this, I just the client is the one directing the lawyer, and the client has a goal. So it just feels weird. So this is what he said. My lawyer received a blackmail attempt from a lawyer named Tony Buzbee. What he had calculated was the nature of these allegations and the public scrutiny would make me want to settle. That's what he said first. And let me read what Buzbee said in response to this real quick, because we ain't done with the Jay Z response, but let me just read real quick what Buzbee said. Regarding the Jay Z case and his efforts to silence my clients, Mr. Carter previously denied being the one who sued me and my firm. He filed his frivolous case under a pseudonym. What he fails to say in his recent statement is that my firm sent his lawyer a demand letter on behalf of the alleged victim and that the victim never demanded a penny from him. Instead, she only sought a confidential mediation. Since I sent the letter on her behalf, Mr. Carter has not only sued me, but he has tried to bully and harass me and this plaintiff. His conduct has had the opposite impact. She is emboldened. I'm very proud of her resolve. As far as the allegations in the complaint filed, we will let the filing speak for itself and will litigate the facts in court, not in the media. So this lawyer, whether you think he's sleazy or not, says that, hey, my client and I wanted to meet with Jay Z beforehand for all of this, just with not asking for any money. And instead of doing that, it seems like what he's saying is that he countersued. Yeah, Jay Z countersued. And I guess that blew all the anonymous stuff out the window. So, yeah, that's what the lawyer says. We're going to keep reading Jay-Z's response. He said, y'all thought that the nature of these allegations and the public scrutiny would make me want to settle. No, sir. It had the opposite effect. It made me want to expose you for the fraud you are in a very public fashion. So, no, I will not give you one red penny. And like I said, people respond how they respond to allegation situations, but I just no PR person looked at this. No lawyer looked at I'm sorry. Jay-Z typed this stuff up and pressed send, bro. Now, he said, these allegations are so heinous in nature that I implore you to file a criminal complaint and not a civil one. And so I'm just saying it adds to the bizarreness of the statement when it feels like a lot of whataboutism, you know what I mean? Girl, we all know that cases, because this case was from 2000, or this situation apparently happened in 2000. We all know that, first of all, statute of limitations, I don't know where the cutoff is for that. We already know that, especially in these old cases when it involves sexual assault or whatever, it can be very easy. It can be much easier to get some kind of justice if you go civil, because a lot of times the civil stuff will be easier to get, like I said, than the criminal one. So I don't like, if you're going to make a statement, this is what about, why don't you file it in criminal court? It just don't seem as strong of a statement as a lot of people are portraying it to be, in my opinion. Just because something is strongly worded or has a lot of capital letters in it, it doesn't mean that it's a great statement, it's a strong statement. It can be a fiery, intense statement, but it still feels bizarre to me. And people are saying, well, of course, anybody would react to this in this way, this kind of allegation in this way. And I'm like, okay, but it still feels off to me. He said, whoever would commit such a crime against a minor should be locked away. Would you not agree? These alleged victims deserve real justice if that were the case. And I thought it was just one victim, and you're talking about these alleged victims. Okay. This lawyer, who I have done a bit of research on, seems to have a pattern of these type of theatrics, and this is what other people are trying to point out as well online. He said, I have no idea how you have come to be such a deplorable human, Mr. Buzbee, but I promise you I've seen your kind many times over. I'm more than prepared to deal with your type. You claim to be a Marine. Marines are known for their valor. You have neither honor nor dignity. And so, like I said, it seems very strange to be going after, if you're going to have this rah-rah reaction to, these allegations, right? It just seems so weird to consistently be going after the lawyer who's doing nothing but what the client wants. So it's you dragging the lawyer. I don't know. It just, like I said, feels very weird to me. This part to me was so unnecessary. My only heartbreak, this is what Jay Z said, my only heartbreak is for my family. My wife and I will have to sit our children down, one of whom is at the age where her friends will surely see the press and ask questions about the nature of these claims and explain the cruelty and greed of people. I mourn yet another loss of innocence. Children should not have to endure such at their young age. It's unfair to, it's just like, okay, you bring it in Beyonce, you bring it in the kids. Like, what about my family? What about my family? And it's just like, okay, but I don't think that these paragraphs were necessary, especially if you're just trying to get people to focus on, hey, these, like, the statement should have just been, hey, these claims came out, like, if you ain't do it. It should have been, hey, these claims came out. My lawyers are handling these egregious claims. Blah, blah, blah. We's going to meet in court or something something simple where it don't seem like you sweating, bro. Like, I don't know. This feel weird. Like, oh, what about and now my family going to have to see these allegations. Like, oh, okay. It, like I said, it just feels like what about ism besides the point kind of thing. Like, if you going to make a statement, it needs to be direct to the point. Don't bring nobody else. Like, what your kids got to do with this? You know, it's unfair. He said it's unfair to have to try to understand inexplicable degrees of malice meant to destroy families and human spirit. My heart, and it's just like, girl, are we going to ignore the fact that this guy was hanging out with Diddy and R. Kelly? Everybody, like, I know that there were big names in the industry, so they were going to hang out with each other anyway. But it's just like I said, these allegations would not have caused so much of a ruckus if there weren't other weird things that made us side eye. There haven't been previous things about Jay Z that have made us side eye really hard. He said, my heart and support goes out to true victims in the world who have to watch how their life story is dressed in costume for profitability by this ambulance chaser in a cheap suit. Now here is where it gets even weirder to me. He said, you have made a terrible error in judgment thinking that all celebrities are the same. I'm not from your world. I'm a young man who made it out of the project of Brooklyn. And it's like, bro, you are not a young man. You are not a young man. We don't play these type of games. We have very strict codes and honor. We protect children. You seem to exploit people for personal gain. Only your network of conspiracy theorists, fake physics. I think Jay Z meant fake psychics. Yeah. Will believe the idiotic claims that you have levied against me, and the lawyer didn't levy anything, the client did. If not for the seriousness surrounding harm to kids, it would be laughable. I look forward to showing you just how different I am. And so, you know, there is a big debate going on right now about did he do it, did he not? And they bringing up old stuff. They digging through his lyrics. They like right now they're going through all this stuff. And so all we can do is just wait to see what else comes out, if anything else does, if the case, like how the case ends up being solved or whatever. It's just a lot of arguments going on. Some people are like, well, this lawyer is unreliable. He don't know what he's talking about. And other people are like, well, girl, this has been a long time coming for Jay Z. Like, he already been rumored to been doing some weird stuff. There's rumors. So that's why I think it's so murky. And then on top of that, like, and this is just my personal opinion that, you know, many people might not agree with, but on top of that, the statement that Jay Z released to me feels very weird and off. It feels off. Like, I understand people are going to bring up in my comments, like, well, of course you would defend yourself in this way, in this rah way, when you have such heinous allegations being made against you. And that to me is a very fair point, and I understand that, but still, like, I would never have imagined that I would see a response like this just from Jay Z. Like, just, I would have never imagined that I would see something like this. I mean, y'all could correct me if I'm wrong, but has Jay Z ever spoken up against all the heinous stuff that Diddy has done? You know, he didn't even condemn Diddy in this statement. So it's just, I can understand. All I'm saying is I can understand why people are looking at this with a side eye. That's all I'm saying. So let me know what you think, because all I'm doing is being the messenger. I'm just letting y'all know what has been said, what has been filed, and how people are reacting to it. Love y'all so much. Thank you so much for watching, and make sure you have a good evening. After making your death drop, headlock, got him in a headlock. Music to my ears, I'm about to make your head pop. Headlock, got him in a headlock.